Oh my gosh. Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure. And today we're going to be discussing some things that I did in a deleted episode. The last episode of this series that I recorded was not very good. You see what I've done there is I've just moved the massive shield that takes up a majority of the screen to a different hand where it continues to take up a majority of the screen. But yeah, I sat down to record, well, I guess this episode's taking its place, and it just didn't turn out very well. It was not a very good episode, and I was not very pleased with it, and as I was looking at it in the timeline, I said, you know what? I'm scrapping it. We've done this once before. I recorded an episode once before that ended up being scrapped. The difference there was that I actually had a backup of the world to restore to and just completely re-record it. I don't have that luxury today. However, we're still going to, I guess, briefly summarize what happened in that video. And I will note that I have made the decision to upload it for channel members. So if you really want to know, you can go back and watch it. But if you're thinking that this is some sort of ploy for me to get more channel members, first off, I would love more. But no, I'm being very genuine and coming from the heart here when I say that that video was just not very good. And if you're a channel member and you've watched it, you can sound off in the comments and let people know that it wasn't very good. And I didn't want to put that out and tarnish the legacy of what I think has been a decently consistent series so far. And I can summarize the whole 20 minutes in less than 60 seconds. Start your timers. I've had trouble with the iron golems getting out from up top there and wandering off into the ocean. And after surveying it, I don't think that they're spawning anywhere around here on the ground, and I think what's happening is that they're actually spawning up there, and in fact we can see it even better if we climb up here. I think they're spawning on the water block, or somehow spawning in such a way that allows them to get up and over that edge. And so what I did was I just added a couple extra levels where the block is to hopefully prevent that, and so far, so good. I haven't seen them get back out again, although only time will tell. So far it seems to be working quite well. And hopefully it's consistent. It hasn't been a massive problem, but I have noticed on occasion, I'll come down here and there'll just be one standing in the water there. Okay, so the next thing that we did was I discussed needing to move our lovely pets, Janko McJackrabbit and Ashe the Ocelot, over here. And I debated for a long time how to divide this up into 3 quadrants before realizing I don't need to. We've only got the 2 pets. So Janko McJackrabbit is going to go over here. Ashe the Ocelot is going to go over here, and this will be the wall that divides them, and that should work out plenty fine. And we're going to do sort of little, kind of like mini biomes for them, so that they feel like they're in their natural habitat, and I think that's going to be a good and fun thing to do, and hopefully it works out really well. And then the final thing that we did was we just discussed why some of the videos this month have been getting a little shorter. And to summarize, what in that video was a horrible mixed message nightmare of me just rambling and talking over myself and getting confused and distracted. When I started this series, I started recording episodes in December. The January 1st episode was not recorded on January 1st, and to some extent I maintained a decent lead. Sometimes it got bigger, sometimes it got smaller, but it was all leading up to the release of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I knew that, first off, that I wanted to have a bit of a cushion, because I knew that I didn't want to get myself in a position where a video needed to be recorded to be released the very next day, and there was a rush and there was pressure. I wanted to avoid that at all costs, and therefore I kept a cushion. Sometimes it was as much as a month. Going in February 28th, I recorded March 31st's video. I was a month ahead, and we needed that, because going into March, I got really distracted trying to complete Assassin's Creed Valhalla, before the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I completely failed. We haven't done it yet, and I'm not too plussed on it, because I'm in no rush to play Shadows. I'm gonna wait till it gets sharply reduced in price, and then I'll worry about that. So I've got plenty of time to finish Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm not in any rush now. And I then spent a week live streaming Xenoblade Chronicles X DE, which was a ton of fun. Turns out, great game, you know? I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles X I'd already played, and it was already a great game, but they really, over at Monolith Soft, they went above and beyond what I think, polishing a game that ended on a cliffhanger, that left fans speculating and wondering, and maybe I'm not 100% happy with every decision they made, and how to wrap up that story. I can understand the decisions they made. I don't want to spoil anything. I think it's well worth watching. And I'm working on editing down those live streams as a Let's Play series on the Howdy Folks LP channel if you're interested in watching. But yeah, I just hadn't sat down to record this game in about 2 weeks. And until I recorded, well, what was going to be this episode. And it was rough and it wasn't very good. But all of that to say that we no longer have that big cushion. I burned through that massive cushion doing things like Assassin's Creed and doing things like Xenoblade Chronicles XDE. So I'm now at a point where I'm trying to restore that cushion while also restore my... What is the correct term? I don't want to say that I'm burnt out on this series. I definitely don't feel like I'm burnt out on this series. Am I doing this correctly? No. I'm not burnt out, but I definitely don't have the same drive that I did for the first couple of months. I mean, I was recording just about every day before, and things have definitely slowed down since. And I'm trying to take things at a slower pace, and I'm trying to... See, now I'm having the same problem I had last time. We did big projects throughout the months of January and February, and even in March, we did big projects. And that's because I had the comfort and the ability of taking a couple of days to record a big project, because I had such a big buffer, and that buffer's dried up now. So I don't want to rush to produce videos. That's what I did with the now deleted, the lost episode, if you will. That was a rush job. It wasn't very good. I wasn't happy with it. I'm not going to release it to the broader public. I know I can do better, and I want to do better. So I don't want to create rushed content. But I do want to create shorter content that I can get produced a little quicker so I can rebuild that buffer. So when the next game comes out that I want to focus on, we're not going to be stressing over it, right? This is a Let's Play series that is designed to be done daily. It's Minecraft 2025. We're doing a video every day. And, you know, I don't want to run myself ragged trying to accomplish that. But at the same time, I do want to accomplish that. But at the same time, I do want it to be good. So we're pacing ourselves here, we're taking a bit of a step back, taking a bit of a breather, and right now I'm just trying to find a lasso. So that's what we're doing for the month of April. And, you know, I said in the first day of the... Well, no, I said in the second day of the month. The first day of the month doesn't count, all things considered. But I said that we're not going to have any big projects this month. Throughout the first 3 months of the year, we had big projects that we wanted to complete before the end of the month. You know, the first month was the Ender Dragon. Second month was the Wither. Third month, or was the... Wait, hold on. No, maybe I'm confused. When did we... Was that February we fought the Ender Dragon? I think the first month goal was just build a house, then the Ender Dragon, then the Wither in March. Yes, that is correct. And this month, we just want to vibe. And that's all we want to do. So, hopefully, Janko cannot get out of this pinned-in area. Ideally. I can get in and out by just using super jumps, and I'm really not sure how else we might end up securing it. I'm also not sure about this color of fencing, because while it looks great with the roof and the shutters, it doesn't look so good with the windows, which are a darker color. We'll worry about that later. For right now, we really do need to get these two to a better habitat, and that is happening today. I also noticed that one of them had some damage. I believe it was our jackrabbit over there seems to have taken some hits at some point. Not sure how that happened. I'm wondering if we could just throw a healing potion at it, and if that might restore its health. Also, we need bunny armor in the game, so if we can make that happen... Mojang, where's the fun in this game at, huh? Why don't we have fun things, like the ability to put armor on a rabbit and have it be one of the fiercest fighting... Well, I was going to say felines, but it's not a cat. Ashe is a cat. And also, I put them in the wrong spots. I put Ashe over here and I put Janko over here. Or, no, sorry, let me correct that. Ashe is over here and Janko is over here, but that's not what the signs say it should be. Also, I am concerned that if he can get out of this fence, and he can get out of here where Ashe is... Oh my gosh. Oh no. Er. Gotcha. Welcome to the Yates Estate. This sprawling megastructure here houses, at this point, an untold number of villagers. I don't actually know anymore. I haven't kept track, and as long as the farmers keep doing their job, they'll keep having babies, and I just gotta keep putting beds in there. This here's the beginning of a big road project that I'm working on that's gonna link all the villages together in the future. Mark my words, it will be impressive. Right now it's made out of dirt path, but in the future it might be cobble. You know, I think that'd be cool. Cobblestone roads? I like it. Cobblestone highways, even. I'm a big fan. Get in the boat. Those barren hills over there will soon be home to a couple of mega structures I've got planned for the future. One of which needs to be worked on this month. It's kind of a big deal. I haven't decided exactly which hill it's going on. I kind of like the idea of it being lined up with my bed, but oh, that thing wasn't there. At least I didn't see it this time. So maybe that's been fixed with the update. That'd be cool. This old ship here is doomed to be dismantled in the near future. It's a bit of an eyesore, and I don't care for it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that down. This is where I've imprisoned some villagers so they forcibly spawn iron golems that I can harvest. It's pretty cool. And this is where you live. Right here alongside Janko McJackrabbit. Whew. And there you have it. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, well, hold on. Here, come here, buddy. Nope, come back here. Stop it. There you go. Alright. Ashe the Ocelot, Janko McJackrabbit. Granted, they don't really have the full enclosures, at least not as I've envisioned them, but that will come with time. Until such time as that. Should we make this wider? Or make the barn longer? I don't know. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!